Lovi. Mimi ni mwanamuziki by profession. It is my all in all game. I don't do any other thing. So I'm a musician by profession. I'm a music officer at the Technical University of Kenya. I also work at the office of the First Lady, and a lecturer also at the Technical University of Kenya. I'm the resident producer at the Permanent Presidential Music Commission, and I'm also in charge of the curriculum of training programs that are taken by the commission. So I'm grateful to you. Na mimi nitaenda straight to the point kwa sababu mimi nikichukua muda mrefu ni mimi najitoa, sio? So I'll go straight to the point. I remember when we were preparing for Madaraka Day, I was among the panelists who were auditioning people, and we were moving from place to place. Nakumbuka tukianzia kule Kiriti, tukazunguka Embu mzima mpaka tukafika mpaka huko kunaitwaje huko? Kwa mchele, siakako tulienda tukarudi mpaka huko Mwea. And we went all over. And I must say Embu has talent. Embu has talent. Number two, I know, working in the department I work in, we tend to get a lot of information. Whether willingly or unwillingly. Tunapata. Yes, hata kama unaficha tunapata. And I must say, kwa wale ambao hawakuweza kukua nasi during Madaraka Day, it is not that some of you failed. It is because we have limited numbers. And when you're given a number, for example, like 100, and you're told we just want 7 people to come and work with and do this. So now you audition and find 100 people have qualified. Now again, you have to zero in. And remaining 7, of course, the 90-something people will hate you because of the 7 that remain. And which I'll be talking about again when we'll be talking about branding. Some of you disqualify yourself with branding. How do you brand yourself? Branding is simply how you want your consumer to see you. Ni sawa? Yaani unataka yule ambaye unanikia muziki akuone. So anakuona namna gani? So in my commission we normally do something called background check. Na hapo ndio wasanii wengi huwa nje. Kwa background check. Tunaenda kwa Facebook yako anaangalia ni matusi, tunaangalia responses zako kwa comments za wengine, tunaona unaongea tu vibaya, tunaangalia vile unaongea kwa serikali ndio yenye iko sasa na yenye imepita, unaonekana tunaona unaongea matope tu, you have no respect, you have no decorum. We see how many companies you have endorsed you for products, tunaona kampuni zako, okay, sawa. So you're a good singer, but we can't work with you because of how you want us to see you. It's very important for us to support each other. Perfect. And I will support you whenever I can. Lakini, kusema tu kweli, ni nini unaniambia support? No, tuambiane ukweli, ni nini unaniambia support? And to some of us, mtu kama mimi ambaye music is my all-in-all game, I get offended when I say some funny things. You send me your song and you're telling me, can I have a platform to perform before the president? I listen to the song and I can't finish a minute. Because of a lot of ignorance that I can see through the 1 minute I listen to your song. If you have chosen that music is your tool of trade, why can't you invest in it? If you have chosen music to be your tool of trade, why can't you invest in it? And when I talk about investing in it, sijaanza kwa mambo ya production. Ninaanza na wewe as a person. And that is why we were doing auditions. Why were we doing auditions? Because I'm a producer. Mom is a producer. We know what we do in studio. See? Yes. For productions to come out well. So we know. Now, I don't want the production I don't want the work of the engineer, I want you. Who are you? Get on stage, sing your song. You know, sijakwambia uchukue kwa mtu mwingine, sing your song, but I want to hear you sing. Tuko pamoja? Unakumbuka? Unaimba wimbo hapa alafu nakusukuma na mwingine kidogo. Sing your song. So, as an artist who has decided that music is my tool. So number one, do you know what music is? Tukianzia tu hapo, muziki ni nini? Or is it something that you saw some people like maybe some million dollars wamechukua along and they are very famous? So you say, hata mimi nataka nijulikane Kenya kama hawa jamaa. But now we did not decide to invest in that art. Na useme sasa, kama nimeamua hivyo nitafanya, then let me get into the root of this and understand what is it. Tuko pamoja? So nikikuuliza, what are some of the elements za muziki? Ni nini hata inafanya hiyo muziki kuwa muziki? You can't tell me that there is something called rhythm. Vitu kina nani wanakogana huko, wale wajamaa tazama na kina tambo na kina nani kule. Pa 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 pa. Those are rhythms. Mipigo ndani ya muziki, si ndio? Kuna pitch. The reason as to why during auditions we were changing key is to see your ability to hear pitch. So if you can't hear pitch, then it tells me your musicianship is low. You could be a celebrated musician, but your musicianship still needs some work. So that is why tutakuzungusha kidogo. Tuone, are you accurate? Hata kama utaniambia, that is too high for me, I can't get it. Maybe I'm satisfied. I'm like, amesikia na ameona kweli that the range nimempeleka hawezi fikia. To me, that is a plus. Tuko pamoja? So it starts by yourself. Ambie jirani, inaanza na wewe. Kabla tuanze kusumbuana na links, kabla tuanze kulazimisha watu wakuje launch, inaanza na wewe. Because for me, at a personal level, I would rather we get to a space where mtu mwenyewe anajua akimiss launch yako, amemiss. Because of the quality. Anajua nani anapanga muziki yake. In fact, we go there to learn. Huwa anapanga muziki yake, mambo yake yanaenda namna hii. So nikifika hapo, in fact I am learning from that person, and then I will incorporate this into my practice. Tuko pamoja? So kabla tuanze mambo ya biashara, from biashara, but are you sincere to yourself about the music that you are doing? Have you invested in a voice coach? Nakumbuka my friend here Mukudi was amenisumbua sana kwa simu akiniambia, kindly show me a school I want to enroll for vocal coaching. And I'm like, wow. Now this is someone who is serious. Nikamwambia, we will actually talk and I will link you up. It's one of the best teachers. So please, before we even go to other issues, is kindly work on your musicianship at a personal level. Tuko pamoja? Get to understand what is music. Hii mambo ya music inakuwa na nini? Sio lazima uende into details, but just understand the basics. Get to know, and then ukisikia unasukuma sana, go into details. Tuko pamoja? Because I've been working with the Presidential Music Commission from 2013, and I'm the first producer who actually brought, who was in charge of transforming, because sababu tulikuwa tumechomelewa kwa social media sana. Wanasema kwaya amekuja hapo kameimba 1 minute, haya asante sana, toka. So we decided that we are going to curate our performances. Tukiambiwa the performance is going to be 20 minutes, it's going to be 20 minutes, and it is time. So that hakuna msanii atakosa nafasi ya kuperform, because we are within our given time. Tuko pamoja. And it's one thing that wasanii pia yenye mafua alikuwa anasema very important. You're told you have 5 minutes, please. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. There are some of the things you also see. You are a good singer, but we came to another event that you are performing and you are misbehaving. Again, such things, they all go to branding. You brand yourself different without knowledge. Kuna wale ambao wanaperform kwa even in the clubs. Kama Kush, pale billionaires. Some you find some maybe nimekaa pale nyuma ama my director hapo nyuma. We just listen. By the anyway you perform, at times you never know who is listening. I have gone to very many events and people don't know who I am. And then we meet in the office one day. And most of the time, even my director, when he comes here, some of you will mention my name. Like in Hamamji. He will tell you, he will call you by name. Like in Hamamji. Yes, we come to some events without your knowledge. Some of the things we follow on social media because it's part of our job to be updated when it comes to industry affairs. Even when we were coming to Embu, we got updated, we were following. Yes, but I call him. Because we have to have these things on our fingertips. So, ensure the discipline thing here, when popote pale huko, just brand yourself well. Don't talk about branding baadaye. So, I will go to songwriting because most of us have that concern. I came to realize that in the studio when we were working together, that many of us, of course, we write our songs kulingana na vile roho Bwana anakuongoza. Lakini saa zingine tunaekelea roho Bwana. Saa zingine tunamwekelea. I remember there was a preacher who told me, if you feel in your spirit that God is telling you to talk about faith, it is up to you to choose in the 30 minutes you're given for a sermon. If you just say faith, 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 faith is faith. That one is your decision. But your approach to talk about faith depends on how much you invest your time in getting knowledge about faith and seeking inspiration about faith. So, when you're told to write a song about Embu, I can decide just to say, Embu ni kuzuri, Embu ni kuzuri, Embu ni kuzuri, Embu ni kuzuri, Embu ni kuzuri. You can decide to go that direction, but there are quite a lot of things that you have to consider. To me, on the top of the list of things to consider, especially when you're doing commercial songs, are your target audience. Who are you writing that music for? You must think about the person you're writing to. Nani huyo unataka consume your music first? After getting to understand your target audience, ujiulize, hawa jamaa wanaandikia muziki, wanapenda kusikiza muziki ya aina gani? Kwa pamoja. Kama unaandikia, like during Madaraka, I think we had a category. We took some tuliwaita beggar, but they are not fully beggar, but their music was inclined towards that direction. And then we said, nini mnazafanya pamoja with this style. Alafu hawa wengine wanakampuna hii, wanazafanya mziki yao with this style. Tuko pamoja. So it is trying, because we were trying to ensure that we cater for all generations. Mwenye anasikizanga kitu na kai hivi anapata hapo. Anasikizanga hivi, wale wa mangoma na manini wanapata pia ngoma zao. Wale wa makwaya pia wanapata, because we know they are vast. The music consumership is vast. So after we know your target audience, then you need to know, what do they listen to? So what they listen to will now dictate the next thing, the style that you use, the style that you use to write your song. Tuko pamoja. So utaandika muziki yako na style gani? Kama unaandikia wanyama, for example, kama hapa Embu Talent, wakikwambia uandike song ili inaweza hit hapa kwa town, utatumia style gani? Wakikwambia uandike ngoma tu ya kuhit hapa au utatumia style gani? Okay. So kuna gengeton that. So here you're opening another banana box. Now when you say gengeton, now it takes me deeper. What is gengeton? How did gengeton come up? Hiyo sasa ni wale wa serious sana. Now that is what you do. Like for me, if I want to write a song in a specific style, I have to understand the style. How did it evolve to get to where it is? And the influences, the stories behind it. Another thing that you need to consider is the language. The language of the area. Kuna wale watu kama wale kutoka huko mbele karibu na kina Mbele huko huko ndani. You need to know, most of the guys are local. So if I'm writing a song to them, then I have to speak their local language. So kama uko hapa town, unajua town iko na watu wengi. Kuna watu wametoka Nairobi, kuna watu wametoka all parts of Kenya. Wanafanya biashara. So I'll have to communicate in a language they understand. So you trade the languages is relatable. Tuko pamoja? Again on language is understand the meaning of words in those languages. Like I can't just come with a word that means something different in a different language and use it in another place and it means something different. Sijui kama mshaiona mambo kama hayo. Where you pick a word from this side, ukileta this side wanakwambia matusi. Tuko pamoja? So that is why research is very important. Unfortunately, sisi kama wasanii, most of the time we are lazy. We just want to do what we feel. We are too much gifted that at times we can't be contained. So we just want to do things. But we have to be researchers. Because if this is your trade, become a condition. You have to go to school for your trade. Tuko pamoja? So, kwenda kwa language. Now, this is where I'll now start going into details. Nakumbuka we were having a problem with guys in studio because of intonation. Kupanda na kushuka kwa sauti. Alafu another thing pia ni vipigo. Where is the placement? Kama nikisema we mwaro. Sindio? So we mwaro. Si roho imeteremka. So mimi nikiandika wimbo wangu nasema we mwaro. Nimepanda, but nikisema we mwaro. Ninateremka. Sindio? Those are some of the things that dictate how your melody will go. So that the people who listen to your song actually feel like you're talking to them. Sasa, wasianza kufikiria ni kama katuni fulani anajaribu kufanya ama ni mzungu anajaribu kuongea lugha. You write your melody based on how people speak. Tuko pamoja? Kama I can decide to create a statement. Leo ni siku njema. Leo ni siku njema. So I can create a melody from there. Leo ni siku njema. So my contour is going down. Leo ni siku njema. So leo ni siku njema as I go down. Tuko pamoja? Technique number 1. Technique number 2 is trying to create an emotion. Trying to bring out the meaning of the words you have written. So kuna moja, technique number 1 ni kuandika melodi yako iongee lugha ambayo unaongea. Sindio? Technique number 2 ni kufanya mtu afeel maneno ambayo unaandika. Sindio? Napenda hii mfano. Wimbo tumetoa. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up so I can so tukifika tu hapo. You raise me up. Do you see what is happening? The singer is trying to make you feel the rising. You feel like you're in heaven. And then the second time, you raise, anakupeleka kama juu zaidi. You raise me up. Then anakusasina da 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 da. Then after that, sasa anakutuliza. So, do you get some of the techniques? And some of these things, hizi nyimbo mtazipenda bila kufikiria because anafahamu na ifili. So kuna mtu anakuuliza hii nyimbo nasikia nasikia naipenda, sijui kwa nini. It is called music psychology. It's called music psychology. That is why you have to invest in understanding what you're doing. So those are some of the things Esther, I was taking. Ulikuwa unakuja na melody na ikataa, sasa naikataa kwa sababu mbaya. I try to position myself as the audience who does not understand the technicalities of your melody, but I want them to feel what you're saying. No, I need them to feel. Nakumbuka kuna line moja tulijenga na ati mama mboga alikuwa anaipeleka chini, if you remember. Tukamwambia no, you have to take it up. Because when I'm made hivi. So those are some of the things, the unsaid or unseen things. But they just create a feeling. So I'm just rushing through because when we go into so much details, it's a lot. We need a whole day just workshop on something. So these are some of the things that I studied at the background in understanding why are some of mbona nyimbo zingine zinatoka na zikuwe hit na zingine zinatoka na zikuwe hit. And when you understand the basic about you as a composer, ukielewa mambo yako vizuri kabisa, hautalazimisha mtu akuishi link yako. Unaona? You just send it to one person and this person anakuwa like, wow, this is amazing. Nimesikia ngoma na nini imetokea mzuri. As in people cannot, that is step number one. Lakini settings supportiana. No, I'm just trying to challenge you as a person. Mbona unalazimisha watu? Why are you forcing people? We have to make it like play your part, your responsible part. Kwanza. Ukisha play your part, then hautaweza kusema baadaye mambo yanapatia namba yako. Akaniambia is the head of Wemwa. It's good to have friends. So hautasumbua senior yako unamwambia wanacheza mbaya. Sasa sitaskia hata. Let them miss your song. When you cannot end without them playing your song. They're like, hey, you song narudisha. Pako wanasema umepeana pesa. No, you've just done your job. So I'm going through this so that we get challenged. That we actually need to invest in understanding our craft. Tuko pamoja? So another thing is when you understand the demography, kama ukielewa area yako, itakusaidia kujua una arrange ngoma yako aje. We are now living in a generation of children whose concentration span is very small. So lazima uelewe, jamaa hawezi sikiza muziki for long. So how do I write a song that will hook these people to my song? So you have to understand, then I need to be very tactful in my arrangement. Usikupatia verse ya dakika mbili, verse 2. Usikupatia verse ya dakika mbili, hiyo iliisha na kina Franco. Kina Franco ndo wangeweza kuimba a story for 17 minutes and you're not good. But saizi, your song must have some elements of movement in it. Tuko pamoja? And there has to be change when after a few minutes there has to be that element of surprise that keeps coming. So as you bring the element of surprise, bado unarudisha kwa what you're trying to say. Tuko pamoja? For the rappers in the house, song kama Nyashinski ya Mungu Pekee, it's a song that hit, sio? But ni mliona online Nyashinski ya kupush ile kupush. Na mwogopa Mungu pekee, mwanadamu kija kutafash naomba Mungu mtetee, maneno yao yasiniumize fanye. Yes, that's it. So what happened? Nyashinski wakati alitoka kwa the Kleptomaniacs, he was in the group of the Kleptomaniacs, so the rappers walikuwa under which ogopa DJs. unapitia kilimo ogopa details. So what Yashinsky did, he went to the US to study music. He went to Berkeley University, studied music. When he came back to Kenya, because Yashinsky was just a rapper, but when he came back and produced Mungu Pekee. And it was the first time guys were seeing Yashinsky sing. So Yashinsky alienda US akasoma, because once you realize that, this is my kitu yangu ya kulia, you have to invest in it. Tuko pamoja. So akaenda akasoma, akarudi. When he came back, I had this song for street. And so that is what I'm encouraging us to do. Let me hear your song in the streets and look for it. Sio kwanza kutusumbua please. So I would rather you do that when you have content. Tuko pamoja. Sasa zingine ni huruma tu atutaki kuvunja kwa lakini kusema ukweli tunajaribu kutafuta kama asubuhi inaweza kupitia simu. No. To some people, maybe they had a good chorus but did not have good development. We call them back to studio. And for you to be able to perform the song, then we have to do the song, maintain the chorus, and then we help you write. No. So, and that was the thing, we are going back now to help you. Now, what are you? To go back. So, Yashinsky went and studied Akakuta for the first time anaimba. Yashinsky sikilizi anatoa nyimbo. Hakuna kungangana. Unaenda hapo after 1 hour, 1 billion. 1 billion views. So, Yashinsky is doing a techno deal as a brand ambassador. Kitonge branding. A techno deal of 16 million. That is what it takes when you invest in craft. Hii technology watu tunaona inasumbua kwa dini kwa YouTube, si ndio? Anaifanya 16 million. Otile Brown, kwanza hayake ni 20 million. Yo Otile Brown is 16 million because Otile Brown also did the techno 16 million. And she's getting 20 million. Tuko pamoja. So, if you are really serious about what you are doing, then invest in yourself. Because hata kwa techno adverts, unaona Yashinsky amerap. Amerap. So you have to know your craft. Tuko pamoja. So I just want to rush. Hapo kwa melody, ngoja niongele melody tu kidogo. So tumesema technique number 1 ya melody ni your melody either should be able to speak the language that you're using. Technique 1. Technique number 2 is that your melody should make the listeners feel what you're trying to say without you explaining. What I feel. So. Another technique, Indian technique in Nambogi and other people have tried to explore, is when you're trying to start a new culture. It's a very daring thing. It's very daring. You have to be sure of what you're starting. If you're starting a new culture, like for example, Waliaza, like I remember in one of the songs they did, when one said, "He blangira your mind," he blangira your mind. Yani, they were saying, "Here are the young black. He blangira your mind. He blangira your mind." So black for black, ngi for rangi, he blangira. He blangira your mind. He blangira your mind, and he black. This is my black color. So it's a culture, a new culture. Unasikiza song yake mzima kama ni mzee wewe. Hapo ndo naanza kujiuliza, kwani mimi ni miaka gani? Because you don't understand. But kuna watu anakommunicate nao ndani wanaelewa. So that is his target audience. And it's a new culture. So, and that is how Shem started. And in many places, even slang languages, that is how it starts. Somebody tries to make a new culture. People like Steve Simple Boy, wakisema niko fresh barida. Why is here you? It's a new culture. So once in a while also, the daring side can be, you want to start a new culture. And that one is normally a trial and error thing. Either it a pick or it a kata, because it's a new character. Tuko pamoja? And then, for you to write a catchy chorus, the chorus is normally the sum of your song in the fewest words possible. If your song is talking about love, then your chorus sums it up in maybe a statement or two. So choruses zisikuwa na story nyingi. They need to be like something someone takes away. Ni kama kibwagizo kwa ushairi. What am I going home with? Tuko pamoja? And the shorter the chorus, the easier for guys to sing along. Tuko pamoja? And because if kama unajiproducia wewe peke yako kwa nyuma sana, you can do the way you want. But if you want to do it with people, then you have to understand the psychology of the people you are writing to. Lazima uelewe akili zao ziko namna gani. Like nimewapa mfano. Ukitaka kujua akili ya concentration span iko chini, watch cartoons za watoto kama hizo singing games za watoto hizo kinapokomea na nini. Listen to how they are done. The people who do that actually have studied the psychology of it. Wanajua mtoto ata concentrate mpaka wapi. Na mtoto anataka kusikia sauti kama gani ndio concentrate. No. So it also applies to our audience. Concentrate and listen to your audience. As in, understand the concentration span of your audience and write something. Use the style that they can relate to. Sasa, mpaka hapo iko swali. Ama iko utata mpaka hapo. Urefu wa wimbo. Yes, urefu wa wimbo. The shorter the better. Unless unasema ni roho. Lakini watu wa those stories sana tumekelea roho. Yeah, the only time I see the exception is when it is a live recording. So maybe it was a live recording and something was happening that is spiritual, that is beyond your control. But if it is something you're going to the studio and prepare, just put it to the present time. Usipitishe 4 minutes. Hata mimi naangalia concentration yangu inafika mahali hapo na kanuni nini kama nimesikiza wimbo wako sana, unless the wimbo iko na wasanii kadhaa, so it's an element of refreshment. Lakini kama ni ama wewe kama msanii uko na hizo elements of refreshing, where verse 2 haifanani na verse 1, verse 3 pia imekuja na kaujanja kake, so it keeps me interested in the song. But if it is the same thing, chorus, yes, I can only listen to that for a few times and then I'm done. Next. Yes. So don't make it too long, but make it as interesting as possible.